Have you ever wanted to invest in the stock market, but you don't know a lot about the stock market and you don't have a lot of money? In this video, we're going to show you how to tinker in the stock market using a very cool app. Up next. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff, and today I am joined by my wife, Valerie, and she has helped me here with the finances of Tinker Ford on this channel, as well as our household finances. She knows a lot more about money than I do, but she's not a financial advisor. So just want to put that out there for you. Let's get into the video. So Val, I've got $100, and I've heard that you can make a lot of money by investing in the stock market, and I was thinking that I could take this $100 and I'd like to buy a share of company that I know of. I'm thinking like Amazon. So can I do that?
You'd like to spend $100 to invest in Amazon?
I would, yes.
Yeah, one share of Amazon stock, I believe today was trading for $1,898.
So I've got 100 and it's $1,800 a share?
Yeah, it's pretty unattainable right now.
Okay, so what about Apple? If I was going to buy like a stock of Apple, can I use my $100?
Yeah, Apple, you're getting closer. It is selling for $300 a share today.
So I still can't even buy a share of Apple unless I have like at least $300.
Correct.
Is there a way that I can just use as little as $100 and start investing in the stock market and use some of those big companies that have these very expensive shares to do that?
As a matter of fact, you can. So there are a couple of companies out there, but this one we're going to focus on today is called M1 Finance. And one of the benefits that you get from M1 Finance is you can invest fractional shares into some of these big companies.
Wow.
So for your $100, you can buy Apple, you can buy Amazon, you can buy Microsoft, you can buy Disney, and we can split that into those, but you're buying just a little bit of their stock until you continue to buy some more.
For anybody out there that doesn't know a lot about M1, can you tell me a little bit more, explain to them a little bit more about it?
Sure. What you do when you want to invest in M1,
Okay.
you can either do it through your phone
Okay.
or through a computer. You log into the M1 website, invest your $100. That's the minimum you have to do.
Okay.
But then you can do it one of two things. One, if you know what you're doing and you want to buy certain stocks like Amazon and Apple and those types of things, you can create your own investment. They call them a pie. And you choose the stocks that you would like to invest in and say, put my $100 towards this pie, and it will diversify into that pie the money that you've invested. Now, if you don't have a clue what to invest in, they actually have a bunch of different expert pies that say if you want to be an aggressive investor and go for the stocks that go way up but could potentially lose something too, you could do that. Or if you want to be more on the conservative, they'll find some funds for you that you can invest in that are a little bit more stable. So they're not going to gain as much, but they're also not going to lose as much.
So for somebody that's a new investor, how long does it take to get started with M1 and make my first investment?
So all your investments will be set up with a direct deposit type thing. Like if you've done that for work or setting up a new checking account to pay bills, you're going to tie it to a bank account and transfer the $100 in. I believe within 1 to 2 days, after you figure out your pie and you go through the whole setup, you're already invested.
Wow. Okay. And then from that point, you had mentioned making these pies of stocks, and that's something that I can pick out my own stocks, or there's pre-selected stocks?
Correct. And there's a whole research function that you can start to look at different stocks, figure out their performance, how well they've done, if you want to find out how much the company's worth. Lots of those different items are there, and then you can choose to either watch a stock or to add it directly into your portfolio or your pie.
So I know there's a lot of different companies that allow me to invest in the stock market. Why are you recommending M1?
Easy answer. Outside of the diversified portfolio with the fractional shares, the other big answer is there is no fees for investing into these funds. So if you wanted to purchase Apple and Amazon and a couple other funds, you could purchase those and there would be no fees associated with those when you make the investment.
So how is it that I can invest with just $100 when Amazon is trading at, what did you say it was, $1,800 right now?
Yep.
How am I able to invest?
So the only difference between this and an active broker is that you may not get real-time trades. So if you are bound and determined you're going to lock in at $18.98 to purchase a fund of Amazon and you're like, I'm going to buy that, it may go up or down a couple of dollars because it's so big. You have to be comfortable with the end of the day sale. So it may go up to $1,899 tomorrow, and that may be the price that M1 purchases at, but you still are getting locked in and you're using your funds towards that price.
Okay. My understanding is we're not doing like day trading with this M1. We're investing for the long haul.
Correct.
But
Yep.
am I locked into just investing in whatever stock I put my money into today, tomorrow, or a month from now?
Nope. So you can buy and sell stock as much as you want within M1. Again, no fees costed there. The only kind of contingency they have is they want you to keep your account open for 90 days after the start of your account.
Okay. So I can go into M1 and like next week or even tomorrow monitor how the stock is doing and then make my own decisions as far as doing trades or rebalancing my pie or is it my portfolio?
It is your portfolio. It is also your pies. So you can have multiple pies in your portfolio. So maybe you want to have your own pie that you created, but you also want to go with like the extra aggressive investor pie that's one of their expert pies. You can actually split your money 50% into each of one of those and kind of like split the odds.
If I'm a younger person, I might want to be a little bit more aggressive with my investing because as the stock market goes up and down, I've got a little bit more time to recoup some of my losses. And if I'm maybe a little bit older of a person, I could invest maybe a little bit more conservative.
Correct. When you're playing with the stock market, you never want to put all your money into the stock market. There's different levels of risk when you're investing. So yes, more conservative if you're a little bit more hesitant about losing money, and more aggressive if you're willing to take that risk and potentially watch it grow. So one of the other big benefits of M1 Finance is that you can also set up auto deposit from your checking account or savings account. So let's say you wanted to do a direct deposit into M1 of $50 every month or every 2 weeks for your paycheck. You can set up a recurring transfer and it'll transfer into the M1 account, and then it'll invest those automatically into your pie. So bit by bit, you'll continue to invest and buy more fractional shares of the stocks you want to buy. So one of the other benefits that you get from this is because we are investing in real stocks, we are getting real dividends. Dividends come once a year or sometimes quarterly. With some of your REIT funds, you can even get monthly dividends. And what's nice is that those dividends will pay into the M1 account and then they will get reinvested into your pie. So you continue to purchase not only the stock it came from, but all the different stocks that you're currently investing in. So Jeff, do you have something from Tinker Forward that you can help our customers out with or help our audience out with today?
Yes. So Tinker Forward is actually an affiliate of M1 Financial, and what that means is I've got a link that you guys can click through, which will be down in the video description below. And when you do that and you open up your M1 account, they will actually give you a credit of an additional $10 on top of your initial investment into M1. Now, because we are an affiliate, what that means is we get a small incentive, a commission as well from M1. Now, that doesn't come out of anything that you're investing in M1 Financial, but the nice thing is you're actually getting an additional $10 on top of whatever you're putting in to your account at M1.
So that means if I only need $100 to open an account, and I put that $100 into M1, you're going to put an extra $10 through the referral code link into the account. So I've already made 10% of my $100 just by opening an account.
So just to clarify, if I'm investing $100 in M1, is it automatically just going to keep going up?
No, in fact, this is an investment platform, and just like all investment platforms, there is risk. There is risk of losing money in the stock market. You have to be aware that it may lose value. It may gain value, but you have to be prepared for both sides. Now, that being said, stock market's been pretty good this year. Will it continue? Who knows? Does it mean it for every stock? Not necessarily. You have to kind of take the ups and the downs. The best way to do that is not to be a day trader. Look at it once a month, once a quarter, something like that, where you can kind of see that it'll ebb and flow. It'll go up and down, but overall, usually, if you are diversified enough, it'll continue to trend in an upward motion.
So hopefully this information has been helpful and has sparked your interest here in checking out the M1 Financial Investing Platform. It's a great way to get started in investing in the stock market and having your money start working for you and not just you having to work for your money. And in addition to all the information here, if you guys have any other questions, you can leave those down in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer them for you. You can hit that subscribe button as well as that little notification bell, and you'll get notified every time we release new videos here on this channel. My name is Jeff. This is my wife Valerie. As always, be sure to make every day awesome, and we'll see you guys in the next video.